What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 18 Dynasty video today. We're going to be talking about career arcs and immortals again. I know you guys could probably figure that, but I made a video like this before and you guys really seem to like it, but since I made that video like a month ago, there's been additional information and I've just had more time to really think about who I think is going to receive another career arc card. And like I said, just more information and me having time to think about it. My predictions have changed and I want to share those with you guys. Of course, now we do know that Jose Reyes, who was going to get a career arc, is now longer not going to. MLB The Show tips did confirm that this is going to be the best Jose Reyes card. He was confirmed, but he was denounced to an equipment program. And also, I do now know that Albert Bell is going to be the left field career arc for Babe Ruth. So, two different, I mean, we still have the same amount. We still have 3 that are confirmed, but those just kind of switch places. And we do know that we're going to get 12, and they range from 89 overall to 97 overall. Of course, for first base, Frank Thomas is confirmed for Albert Pujols, and he's going to be 97 overall. We do know that. And yeah, but also something that I didn't really think about last time. Every career arc, if you guys look, Chase Utley, these 3 are his only cards in the game. Paul Molitor, the same thing. Hanley Ramirez, the same thing. Joe Torre, the same thing. You guys are catching on. Of course, like Hanley Ramirez and Chase Utley, they have live series cards, but considering flashbacks, these are their only cards. So before I said like Tony Gwynn or Andre Dawson, if you guys go ahead and look, Andre Dawson already does have a card. This is an Impact veteran, and MLB The Show tips said they're getting 3 new cards. So considering they didn't do that for the first round of career arcs, and this is an Impact veteran card, I guarantee you pretty much every immortal, or not every immortal, every career arc has some form of an Impact veteran in them. So if you guys are catching on, there's really just no way that we're, okay, one of them does not have it, but you guys get the picture. Every single other one does. So they're not gonna get a career arc. I'm gonna pretty much confirm that right now. But moving on to catcher, and it pretty much stays the same. Johnny Bench and Yogi Berra, as I said from last time. Of course, there is a possibility of Joe Mauer. He does not have a flashback card yet, but I really doubt it. I think they're going to find some other way to put Joe Mauer into the game. And I think Johnny Bench and Yogi Berra are 2 good options. Of course, they like having like all-time players. They'd rather have guys like, or at least I think, they'd rather have like a Trevor Hoffman or, you know, a Gary Carter, Paul Molitor. They don't really want a bunch of like current players, in my opinion. And Johnny Bench and Yogi Berra have been in the game in the past. I think, yeah, Yogi Berra and Johnny Bench were both in the game last year. They still definitely have their rights. So I don't know for sure which one it's going to be out of those 2, but I am 100% confident that it is going to be one of those 2 that you're going to need for Mike Piazza. Moving on to first base, of course, we already have Paul Molitor as a first baseman. And then, of course, Frank Thomas is going to be the other one for Albert Pujols. 97 overall, we already know that he is confirmed, so you guys can go ahead and count on that. But moving over to second base, we do have Chase Utley as the first one, and then Jackie Robinson is the immortal. And I'm thinking it's either going to be Roberto Alomar or Dustin Pedroia. I was thinking the Ian Kinsler. We had like a 97 Ian Kinsler from last year, but he does actually already have a card, a 78 overall, a rookie card, which also is important. So I scratched him off the list. Dustin Pedroia does have his live series card, of course, but he does not have a flashback. And then Roberto Alomar, of course, I think he would more fit a career arc. He's a little bit more historic than Dustin Pedroia. So if I had to call that, I would say Roberto Alomar. And he probably get like a 91 overall card or something like that. I'm pretty confident that it's going to be Roberto Alomar as the other career arc for Jackie Robinson. Moving on to third base, of course, we already have Joe Torre, and that's going to be for Chipper Jones. We already know Mike Schmidt is going to be the other one that was confirmed as well, isn't in the initial live streams. And Mike Schmidt, I imagine, is going to be a higher overall. Hell, some people think he could be, he should have been the immortal or should have had an immortal. So I think he's probably going to be around like a 95 overall. That card is going to be really high in overall. Just because he is so historic, I really think he's going to have a high overall card. But of course, we do know that he is confirmed 100%, so we do know that. Moving on to shortstop, of course, the first one that we have is Hanley Ramirez, and that is going for Cal Ripken Jr. Unfortunately, Jose Reyes, who I really would have wanted as a career arc, is no longer going to receive one. So I do think also my prediction in Barry Larkin is going to be pretty good. They did show a card of Barry Larkin at the beginning. They had his stats worked out, and also he does not have a card yet. And frankly, there's not many other shortstops who could get career arcs, because like Ernie Banks, he already has a card, and guys like that, they already have cards. Robin Yount, he has a card. He was another guy that I was looking at. Barry Larkin does not have any flashback cards in the game currently. He was in the game last year and the year before. They gotta still have his rights, and of course he's just a historic shortstop. I think a lot of people would like him. I would like to see him as well. So once again, pretty confident he will be the other shortstop for Cal Ripken Jr. Probably like a 92 overall in my opinion, that I would guess. Moving on to left field for Babe Ruth, of course he's going to pair with Billy Williams. And like I said, it's going to be Albert Bell. He has been pretty much confirmed, although he wasn't in the initial live streams. If you guys go ahead and check in Universal Profile, edit this, go over to the bottom of the nameplates, you guys can go ahead and see there is a program souvenir nameplate for him, just like there is for Frank Thomas, who of course is a career arc. So pretty much confirmed that he is going to be the left fielder, and I think his card, which will appear on the screen right now, is like a 93 overall, so should be pretty cool. We do know who Babe Ruth is. And then center field, our last position player. At first I think I said Tony Gwynn in the first video, but that has changed. Of course, Larry Doby is the first one, and I've got it down to two guys. Either guy I think a lot of people would like. One is going to be Carlos Beltran, the other is Jacoby Ellsbury. All right, I know everybody really would like Carlos Beltran. The only thing about it though, he did retire last year. And that makes me worry. You know, David Ortiz retired, they don't have his rights anymore. A-Rod retired, they don't have his rights anymore. Teixeira retired, Fielder retired, they don't have their rights anymore. So I find it hard to believe that they did get Beltran's rights. So that's the only thing that I'm going to say that I don't think it will be, and it's going to be Jacoby Ellsbury, who also does not have a card yet this year. And of course, we do know, I think last year there was like a 96 flashback of Jacoby Ellsbury. So in my opinion, I think it will be Jacoby getting the career arc. In my opinion, like I said, Beltran does not have a card, and neither does Ellsbury, but I really just do not think they have his rights since he retired last year. So Ellsbury, I am pretty confident, probably going to be like a 90-91 overall center fielder to pair with Ken Griffey Jr. Now moving on to the pitchers, in the first one, very confident this one, and that's going to be Gaylord Perry. Of course, we don't really know who they're going to match up with, Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, or Bob Gibson, but I think Gaylord Perry, he does not have a card yet this year. He was in the game last year, and I think he got a lot of versions. Now, I mix him up with Brent Saberhagen a lot, because every MLB The Show, they always get an insane amount of cards, and like I said, he does not have a card yet this year, and they really seem to like him. They put out a lot of cards of him, and I really think he will receive one of the career arcs for starting pitchers. Moving on to the next one that I am pretty confident that we will be receiving is CC Sabathia. Of course, we do not have a card from him yet this year. We had a Prime Yankees from Conquest. We had a Prime Brewers of him. And I think in 60 we had an Indians card of him. And of course, you can easily make a career arc out of CC Sabathia. How you could you could almost use his live series card right now, but they could easily make like a silver impact veteran of CC Sabathia. Also, like I said, very confident that he'll get one. A lot of people liked his cards. I liked his card last year. Pretty confident that he will return as a career arc this year. And then finally, I got it down to two people, so I'm gonna have a total of 4, and those two I'm pretty sure on, but these two, first we're gonna be looking at is Zack Greinke. Now Greinke last year had like a 75 overall card. He had a Dodgers Diamond, and then he had a Royals Prime like 99 overall card. I really think Greinke has a good shot. Of course, he does not have any cards yet this year. And also, we have Adam Wainwright, who I also think is another good option that they could go ahead and add if I can find him. Of course, he's washed up now, 68 overall, but you know, they had closer cards of him, they had starter cards of him, they had a lot of cards from Adam Wainwright. I think they even had like a rookie card of him last year, so I'm pretty confident one of those two is going to get the career arc. Neither of them have flashbacks in the game right now. I wouldn't be mad at either of them, but if I had to pick which is more likely, I would say Wayno, just because they have more cards cards, they've had closer, reliever cards, and they want to change it up a bit, so I would say Adam Wainwright if I had to guess personally. Now moving on to our two closers, of course going to pass with Wagner and Gossage. The first one that I think it's going to be is Raleigh Fingers. He does not have a card yet this year. He had a really good card last year, and I think he would just fit in pretty good. You know, Eckersley and Catfish Hunter already both have cards. There's not really that many good closers that have had cards before that would also be in the game that would fit in. And I think he would be a good one. I don't know if Papelbon is still in the game. If he is, he has a shot. I don't know if somebody can help me out with that. I do not know if Papelbon is still in here, but I definitely think Raleigh Fingers has a really good shot. Of course, he had like a 99 overall Brewers card last year. So I think he will receive one. And finally, my other one is going to be Craig Kimbrel. Once again, as did Larkin, they showed a card of him. They showed stats of him from this year, showing out the rating differential, and I think he was like a 96 overall card. I'll show that on the screen right now, but I think there's a good shot. He's currently 30. I think he did have a birthday, so they can easily make a rookie card. They can easily make like a really good card of him, and they can fit another one in like his first all-star game, like, you know, a gold card like that. I think there's a good chance that Craig Kimbrel will receive one. If Papelbon's in the game, he has also a very good shot of getting one because, of course, he's older. They can easily make like an impact veteran. We have seen a good Papelbon card before, but those are my career arc predictions, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna say 90% of those I am gonna get right out of those 12. So I'll say like at minimum I got 10 out of 12 of those right, guys. I am very, very confident in the guys that I did pick, and let me know your opinions though. If you guys have any other guesses of who we will receive as career arcs, let me know down below in the comments. But like I said, I put a lot of time into this, really thought about it. None of these guys have cards beforehand, so I think they all have very good shots, and I feel really confident about my selections. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Career arcs next week, man. Literally, guys, Gomes out. Yeet.
Love is love and hate is hate. To die's an awesome adventure and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory, I tell you.